Traffic. Oh, everybody loves traffic. As to traffic, an in-depth analysis of our traffic plan has been and is underway and will be expanded as we process the EIR. Our basic goal is to equal or have fewer peak hour traffic trips than is currently approved for the land under consideration. How we do that and so on is being discussed on a weekly or bi-monthly basis, and I think we'll have a program that will stand the test of most scrutiny. BART. As to BART, our transportation goal is to connect with the existing BART and light rail systems to support public transportation. Again, the details of this activity will be forthcoming as we share our thinking with your staff and the many other organizations involved in transportation related to our proposed development. Unlike the current situation at the Coliseum, we will hope to have about 14,000 people living within a mile of the park, and hopefully some of those will be baseball fans, and that will mitigate some of the traffic. But there's a lot of other discussions along this line, and I'm sorry we're not ready to do that tonight, but we're working very hard toward that. I don't know if it's important today, but I've had some interesting beginning discussions with some of the union people. I'm going to have some more in the next few weeks. Obviously, we're contemplating a tremendous amount of construction, especially the commercial and the ballpark and the retail. And so far, our discussions have been very supportive, and we're going to be working through that process in the weeks ahead. As to environmental, we will continue to work to mitigate all environmental concerns so that the project that we're proposing, that the impacts are equal or less than what's already approved for the site. Ballpark ownership. We haven't mutually decided exactly what the best way in terms of ownership. But whether we own it, you own it, or we own it in some combination, the cost of the operations of the ballpark will be solely borne by us. That question has come up in other situations lately, and I've had some calls about that, so I want to make that clear. That also goes for the construction side, that we want to build the ballpark whether we own it or not, and we'll be responsible for the cost of the ballpark and any overruns, which, again, in some communities throughout the country, that has been divided between the public body and the private side. In our case, it's the private side. Community benefits. One of the explorations that have been going on with Mike Crowley, our president, and the Cisco people, everybody on our side is getting very excited about the non-game day use of the ballpark, which will, except for certain pre-committed events, will be available to the city and its designees. That can be for anything from picnics to softball to flea markets to parties to charity events to baseball, high school baseball events. It's sort of another park that we would have, and that the city would have, both in terms of charity side and also in terms of generating revenue. Our revenue that we're looking for is when we're playing in the ballpark. So I think there's a division there that would be very interesting. We're all getting more excited about it because the A's have their charitable foundation, and Cisco's is huge on top of ours, and that relationship is getting closer and closer each day. And the more we spend time with Cisco, the more we discover so many great things they're doing outside of their basic business. So I think we bring that to the project. Timing, naturally we're constantly asked about timing. Our approach and the approach of your staff is to carefully evaluate every aspect of the proposed project in as sound a manner as possible. We'd rather build the pyramid with a big base and work to the top instead of making announcements that make you build it upside down, where you say something and then you justify it. That process is going on beautifully. Maybe not as the way certain sports writers may want to see it or so on, but it's going fine as far as we're concerned in a very professional manner. And it's sort of exciting at the same time. So I hope we're in a tortoise and hare kind of thing where the hard effort that we both expend in the front will accelerate the back end as opposed to the other way around. That's all I have tonight. If you have any questions for me, I'd be happy to answer them. Thank you for your time.
Okay. Any questions? There are two speakers. We'll hear the speakers.
Thank you.
Mr. Fazler Khan.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Mr. Mayor, the members of the City Council, and the staff. The coming of ACE to Fremont have many economic factors. It is going to improve the economy of Fremont, create more jobs, and also add to the community. As Mr. Lew said, this ballpark will be available to the City of Fremont and the community of Fremont for other games, the school games, college games, or any other community functions. It will be a great asset to the City of Fremont, and the citizens of Fremont should welcome it. The ballpark will be the most modern ballpark in the world, which will land the City of Fremont on the world map due to its modern ballpark. The other things which the ballpark will be successful because of the location of Fremont. Fremont is located in such a nice way. We have 680, 880, and the climate. The ballpark is needed to the Fremont because the Fremont is becoming the seniors' heaven. The seniors find this city to be most conducive. So I request the City Council and the staff and the people of Fremont to consider coming of the ACE to City of Fremont. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. The next speaker is Janet Gothorpe. Gothorpe? There she is.